Yeah, well, Venice did face the full fury of these floodwaters once again, leaving irreparable damage, with people on the ground asking how much more can one city take. Today, the deluge left parts of the iconic St Mark's Square shut down, warning that tourists were hindering the repair of shopkeepers. Now today, some areas were unable to take in more water. The sound of water pumps echoed through the streets, schools were shut down and sirens were set off. And just hours ago, we were standing here in this exact spot in waist-deep water, and now it's falling from the sky. It's going to be a long road to recovery. Experts warning it's going to get worse. In 20 years, the sea's rising by 10 centimetres. Climate change now at the forefront of this disaster that's left a permanent scar on this UNESCO site. A flood alarm echoes through the streets, a warning not only for Venice, but for the globe. As the waters rise, so does the anger.
It's incredible. So the other night, the water is 1 meter, 87 centimeter level of the sea. It's a disaster.
We are not prepared for this. We were not prepared. We had a lot of pretty much damages about this. So for sure there's the technology to do something about it. And we need to be organizing that.
A plan for underwater barriers here has fueled debate. The project, known as Mosaic, is intended to prevent inundation like this. But it's been delayed and plagued by corruption. The government now says it will accelerate plans to construct these barriers, but for some, it's too late. Many furious that plans to defend this fragile city from flooding have been ongoing since 1966. Scientists say the seas are rising. That happens in Venice every year, but this is different.
So the consequence is that the frequency, the recurrence of such events of the last years could be more frequent in the future. We are planning a general strategy to contrast, to mitigate the effect of climate change.
In an ironic twist of fate, the Venice Regional Council was flooded for the first time in history, just after it rejected measures to combat climate change. The sounds from this small outpost echoing a powerful message: what will be left for the next generation. And there's also the cultural cost of the disaster. The 20 million euros pledged to help with the cleanup won't fix priceless mosaics drowned in sewage. While the waters will eventually fall, the fight isn't over yet, and there are fears that Venice could one day eventually disappear altogether. Danielle Robertson, CGTN.